Firstly, I would like to honestly thank Honorable CM and Honorable Deputy CM for having me here. I mean, Hyderabad is home and it'll always mean the world to me. Telangana is some place where I started my first film, and then also the first time I produced was also back here in Telangana. So I think what the place does is makes you feel very secure and very wanted. Like Zoya saying, very often as women, if you don't come forward, it's because you don't feel that you're holding a position of power. But this city encourages you. It opens its heart and opens it's very, very welcoming. For someone like me who came from Bombay, I did some of my best work here. Not that I didn't do in other industries as well. I'm very grateful to have been part of a lot of industries. But I got a chance, like I wanted to do something more and I got that chance here. I'm honestly very grateful that I was a recipient of 2 Nandi Awards here, which is an honor for me when a state, gives it to you. It means more than a lot more awards because it comes straight from the people and straight from the government, and I think that is very, very welcoming to someone like me. Speaking as a producer, strangely, when I started off, I used to be the only girl on set very often, I was the only girl. But the strangest thing was my first film was produced by a woman herself at that point in time. Satyam here was produced by Supriya, and I don't know whether you're here, Nagarjuna's niece. And she was brilliant at her job, and I would look at her and wonder. Like, I would always feel alone sometimes because I was, the only girl on set, and whether it was your crew or whether it was always men. But there was this one woman who was taking it all on, and I wondered, someday maybe I'll want to do this. Many years later, of course, we're here and the industry has opened out to a lot more women, and a lot more women are coming out and telling stories and being part of cinematography and being part of a lot more things. But the encouragement needs to start with each one of us, I think, and with a basic thought that I can be worth it. Like, I think as women, we underplay ourselves as well. We need to come out and say that we can do it. And someone like Zoya is brilliant. She's changed it for most women directors, I feel, and I think that's what's important. While you have an example, you also have a belief, and that's how we grow this industry. And I think the men in our industry are very lovely. They're always there to support. It's sometimes a little bit of saying that I want to do it, and another person saying, yeah, please come. That's about it.
And since we are talking about taking Indian cinema to the globe, if you look back, I mean, of course, there was Mr. Rajamouli and the fantastic vision of RRR, but there was also All We Imagine Is Light. And that was like a beautiful, quiet, soft film, Payal Kapadia, that has taken the world by storm. And it's about 2 Malayali nurses, made in Malayalam, by a Bombay girl, set in Maharashtra, and it broke all barriers, and it was distributed in India by Rana, Sir's son. So that's another way to look at it. It's not just always the big vision, it's the quiet stories. Whether it was Meera Nair, whether it's Girls Will Be Girls, whether it's Santosh, these are all female filmmakers. And there is interest in what they have to say,
Exactly. I think that's a great example that you've given that already shows that we can actually go across the so-called creative borders don't exist actually. Sir, talking about creative borders, Bengali cinema has been so imperative and so important to shaping our culture. What is your take home today when you're sitting here and hearing everybody speak? What do you feel? I think Bengal has been the starting point of lot of art, lot of cultural curiosity. How do you see the government being able to enhance the prospects of you coming here perhaps and shooting regional films, Bengali films, or even using stories from here to take there and make?
See, emotion is universal. The way I cry, a person in Sweden, he also cries like that. Or somebody in Bankura, a village in West Bengal, he also cries like that. We have to identify stories. That's the most important thing. Now the synergy between a government, a filmmaker, a studio, and technology. Where there is friendship between all these guys, it can be fulfilled, whatever you are dreaming. Unfortunately, I come from a place where money was a problem, when we used to, I had to do more than 500 advertising films sitting in Calcutta for Bangladesh and Eastern region and make some money, bought my camera and made my first film, Onuronun, which I shot in England. And the way we grew up, it was a very cosmopolitan environment. There was a person from Chennai, then Madras. There was a person from Maharashtra. There was a person from England. There's a person from Jalpaiguri. So we used to get stories from the atmosphere, which was flying here and there. Now, the problem, when you make a film, you dream, but it dies before it starts taking shape. Because where is the money? So when there is a corporation or when there is a state who can give us incentives, give us technology, because now a lot of things you can do. You can create a set and you can do a lot of things digitally. You identify a story or make a cross-culture film. Like you make a film like Frantic, a man and a woman who has come from Burdwan for honeymoon in Charminar, and the woman gets lost. And then what? So we can dream about that when there is a support by the state. We come here, we shoot a very rooted story, a story which has double root, which is story has a root from Kolkata or from Bengal. I live in Bombay also. I've started making small Hindi films. A Maharashtrian man, who will help. There are a lot of opportunities now how we deal that. And another opportunity we require, we are filmmakers. We don't believe in ROI. We don't know ROI. Art has to be patronized. When Birbal used to sing, Akbar didn't think of ROI. How much money Birbal used to, play jokes, or Tansen used to sing. Akbar used to patronize that, or when Michelangelo used to paint, the church took care of these things. Our problem is we have to think of ROI, we have to get money, we have to execute a film, which becomes very heavy, or it's tough. So if there is a body who will take care of, every film has a market. Buddhadev Dasgupta, one of the most renowned filmmaker of our country, told Anirudh, everything has a market. You make a film of X budget, there is somebody. Y budget, there is somebody. But you have to know the market. But that's not my job, because I'm not good at that. Everybody is not good at everything. I can't play cricket well, but I play table tennis well. So if this kind of collaboration happens with the stalwarts, like everybody, all of you here, then sky is the limit. Lot of things can happen. Lot of things can happen. I will give example of Zoya's film. I'll tell you why. Zindagi Na Mile Dobara. A week back, I was depressed. So my wife told me, she produces most of my film. Let's watch that film. So you went to Spain. We knew about Spain tourism, but you talked about Indian values, of urban Indian values, their crisis, their, their introspection in their life. So we can always do that. That's very important, to go to places, make a film, rediscover, unlearn, learn, and let's do experiment. And that there is a state, or there is a body, there is a committee who will take care of you, which is very important for artists. Filmmakers are also artists. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I have just one simple question to the three producers who are here, taking a cue from you. We are here at a global summit, and we talk about films, and being producing and learning, the costs are just escalating. Everything can still think Bahubali and maybe Pushpa Raj, but how can we make them at a lesser cost and how can government come in to help us lessen that cost?
This, I think, is such a long answer and such a long conversation. I think we'll have to save it for another time because I have been told in my end here that we have to, unfortunately, end the session at this point in time because we've ran over our time. Thank you so much to all the people that are here today. Ritesh, your question, I think Suresh Babu will answer separately once you go backstage. Huh? But I would like to take this opportunity to invite So that was a power pack session on cinema rising in Telangana. I sincerely thank all our panelists for those powerful insights. What truly stands out is how Telangana is building an ecosystem for 2047 where technology meets talent, where culture meets opportunity, and where filmmaking becomes a driver of social and economic transformation. A special thank you for IFA for taking Indian cinema to the world year after year and showcasing the power of our stories on the global stage. And a heartfelt acknowledgement for Wishcraft for putting this together in such short time with such dedication and vision. And of course, Andre Timmins, the director and co-founder of Wishcraft, thank you so much for your leadership, passion and unwavering commitment. Thank you all for being a part of this conversation and thank you Telangana for showing what a visionary creative economy can look like. I request you to all remain seated. I invite Srimati C.H. Priyanka, IAS Managing Director, Telangana Film Development Corporation to deliver the concluding remark for this session.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Government of Telangana and Film Development Corporation, we thank all of you for your esteemed presence. And as a closing today, I thank each and everyone for their enriching, important points that have given. Today has been an energizing and truly forward-looking experience for all of us here. We, as the Film Development Corporation, give a heartfelt thank for all the esteemed panelists here, Shri Allu Arvind Garu, Shri D. Suresh Babu Garu, Mr. Shyam Prasad Reddy Garu, Rakesh Om Prasad Mehra ji, Joya Akhtar ji, Ritesh Deshmukh and Srimati Genelia Deshmukh, Aniruddha Roy Chowdhury ji, Parthiv Goyal ji and Asif Ali ji. Today, we have taken very, very important points from all of you, especially the importance, starting with the importance of writing, how we can emulate the Korean way to see our cinema rising 2047, how the collaboration with multiple industries like Malayalam, Bengali and Marathi can show our way towards the future, and also, as Allu Arvind Garu has said, how sincerity in our work can pave the future. I always thank all of you for being here, and last but not the least,